In this video we can learn about the frequency division multiple access, so which is one of the scheme we have in multiple access techniques, which we can use for wireless communication. So here we can understand the multiple access scheme and also the FDMA working function and its features. So at first I need to tell you something regarding the frequency division duplexing. So in multiple access scheme we can focus on the main thing is with it is one of the concept of multiplexing, where we try to send more data to a destination. And here in the frequency division duplexing, we can say two band of frequencies will be allotted for every user, and one will be act like a forward band and one will be act like a reverse band. And duplexing is allowed, and it is implemented in this frequency division duplexing. And the frequency separation between the two forward and reverse channel, that is kept constant. And normally here 30 kilohertz of frequency will be allotted for this purpose. So now coming to the multiple access techniques, we have the various schemes with multiple access. One is frequency division multiple access, time division multiple access, code division multiple access, space division multiple access. So here we can say about the various aspects of the communication, and also two sections available. One is with the narrow band system and wide band system. So these two are also considered. So what is meant by multiple access? So multiple access technique is to allow many users to access the channel at the same time, but without interference, so that more number of users can able to access the network without any interference. And also we can say like multiple access is an application of multiplexing. Multiple access is an application of multiplexing. And multiplexing, we know that it is one method of sending more number of signals or a stream of data or information over a communication link at the same time, and in the form of a single complex channel. So this is the format we have in multiplexing. So we need to know that the multiple access scheme is an application of multiplexing. The multiple access techniques in use will be like based on the cellular system type and technique of application. Here we can say advanced mobile phone system, global system for mobile, US digital cellular, digital European cordless telephone system, and US narrowband spread spectrum with the interim standard of 95. And the technique which have been deployed is FDMA FTD, TDMA FTD, CDMA FTD. So these were some of the multiple access schemes in wireless communication. Then now coming to the term of frequency division multiple access. So here we can say the first thing is the entire radio spectrum is divided into several frequency range. So the entire available frequency spectrum will be divided into several frequency range here. And also every link, every phone circuit will be allotted based on the demand, and the idle time will be also there. If one particular frequency channel is not in use, then we say that there is idle time after being given allotted. And then we say about FDMA is supporting simultaneous and continuous transmissions. So since it is simultaneous and continuous, both at the same time, the transmitter as well as the receiver, both will be inactive. So we say that we need duplexers. So duplexer is needed for this type of communication. Then this FDMA is usually implemented in narrowband systems. FDM will be implemented in the narrowband system. So from the name of the term FDMA, so how it is beneficial to the customers. So here the simple concept is the entire available radio spectrum. That is, the question can arise like, how do I differentiate the users? So the available radio spectrum will be divided into several frequency bands. So user, if for example, if you are having 4 users, so user 1 will be given a different set of frequency, user 2 will be given a different set of frequency, user 3 will be given a different set of frequency, and also user 4 will be given another set of frequency. And not only this, guard bands are also will be provided. So the guard bands are actually fixed between the channels to avoid interference. And also the same frequency is not allotted for 2 different users. So the same frequency will not be allotted for 2 different users. So once you look at the diagram, here we have in the x-axis we are having the frequency, then in the y-axis code, and here it is time. So what is the main thing is, here we are having a set of radio spectrum, and which has been divided into number of channels to allot for the customers. So between channel 1 and channel 2 there will be a guard band. The guard band will be fixed in order to minimize or avoid interference. So for that purpose only we will be providing this. So out of the available spectrum, here we are dividing, and each one will be given to the user based on the demand. So once given, that particular frequency channel cannot be utilized by another user. So that is the kind of thing in FDMA. So the FDMA channel carries only one phone circuit at a time, and the FDMA channel, if it is not in use, then it is idle and cannot be used by other users. And after the assignment of the voice channel, we can say the base station and the mobile transmit simultaneously and continuously, and because of this we need to provide sufficient duplexing formats. So duplexer is needed here in FDM, and the bandwidth of the FDMA channels allocated are 30 kHz, and as each channel support only one circuit per carrier, and the amount of the symbol interference is less in FDM, so no equalizer is required. Then coming to the term of non-linear effects in FDMA, here we can say in FDMA many channels share the same antenna as the base station. So if 10 users link is there, means for the 10 user individual separate base station antenna we cannot keep up. The only one antenna, it will share all these works. So many channels share the same antenna at the base station. And the power amplifiers are power combiners when operated at the near or at saturation region, and that will be causing non-linearity. So based on the performance, the power amplifiers are the power combiners when operated at or near the saturation, which leads to the non-linearity in the performance. So because of this non-linearity, we can say signal spreading will be there. So signal spread slightly with slight deviation, and which will be causing intermodulation frequencies. So this kind of thing will cause adjacent channel interference. So the nonlinearity in the FDMA, which cause signal spreading, which tends to make intermodulation, and then also because of this nonlinearity in the performance, we can observe adjacent channel interference. Then the FDMA compared to TDMA, we can say fewer bits is needed for synchronization, fewer bits needed for framing, then cell site system cost is somewhat high, then high cost for duplexer since we are making the simultaneous communication. Then FDMA requires RF filtering to minimize adjacent channel difference. Then we have a formula to calculate the number of channels in a FDMA system. So that formula will be n equal to Bt minus 2B guard divided by Bc. So Bt means the total spectrum allotted or total spectrum allocation. B guard is the guard band and Bc is the channel bandwidth. So with this formula we can able to calculate the number of channels in a FDMA system. And that's all in today's class.